Shame on you. Nice. Pretty good view. This is actually the other side of San Juan del Sur. So over the other mountain is actually San Juan del Sur. Most people don't even know this place out here exists, but you got to be willing to get a sweat on, hike some hills, and do your thing. Man, fucking great day today. I can't tell you like how important this new routine has been. Just in the morning, like first thing, if you just chug that liter of water, or as much as you can get, a liter and a half. I did like 2 liters in 2 hours this morning. It gets everything moving. You clean completely out. You feel great. Water and your body. Your body's electric, and water is the conductor. It's the thing that makes the electricity work inside of your body and your cells. And obviously you have to have it or you fucking die. But the point of this video was just like the last few weeks, this word keeps coming back to me, and it's discernment. Discernment. We're in one of the weirdest, one of the strangest times in the world right now. And what I mean by that is unemployment just ran out. People don't have jobs. Small and medium businesses are gone. They think that the economy is coming back. They tell you all this crap on the news and stuff. It's not real. There's no one here. There's no one at any vacation spot. There's no one in the USA spending money. There's no one in the airport. There's no one on the planes. Nothing makes sense, okay? Now, here's what happens when that starts to happen. People go, well, what's going to happen? What's going to start happening? Well, I just ran into one last night. I won't call it a fuck up. I'm going to call it a lesson. And it was a great lesson because it taught me what I was thinking of in my head when I was thinking discernment. Discernment. You have to decide when you're being fucked with and when you're not. What's real and what's not real. And I'm not talking about the news and shit. I have a buddy, I don't even give a fuck, I'm gonna name him because he deserves it. Donald Holton, he's a keyboard player. We used to sit in bars together for hours and drink our fucking money away and get shit-faced day after day after day. We played music in a few different restaurants and gigs around town. He's probably one of the most talented pianists that I've ever played with. And he's been doing it his whole life. He wants to get out of the country. I get a phone call last night and I don't answer my phone here. I don't even know how the phone call came through because literally it's an American SIM card. All I have is the internet. It was like a Wi-Fi call or something that he figured out how to get through to my regular phone service or some shit. Anyway, I take a call and it's Don Holton and he sounds panicked and I can hear commotion in the background and he says, I'm in the airport. I've got my Hammond B3 organ, his keyboard, and he says, I'm on my way to Germany. I'm just a little money short. I've got my money when I get over there and a place to stay and everything's set up, but my stuff's too heavy and they want an extra $150 to be able to take my organ and my amp and his bag. And the other video I talked about was like, when you feel something, like, do it. And this one didn't feel right at all. But I didn't use discernment. And so literally right then I just made a decision. Okay, and I sent him the $200. Now it can't come back to me. I get a phone call, must have been a minute and a half later. And he said, oh, some story about his son ran off with the car and the passport was in the car and he missed his flight, but he's saving the money and everything's golden. And I started realizing this is exactly what I'm talking about. His story might be true in his heart. It might be his goal. It might be his impression. Fuck, I don't know. He might be on a train in Seattle and not in an airport. But I don't fucking know and I don't fucking care. The point is, when I gave that money away, it was done. Right then, it's done. If you think 1 second past that, as is, when am I gonna get it back? Or when are you gonna pay me back? Or when am I gonna see that money come back? Or whatever, then you're fucked. And then it started to bug me because I was like, well, I really want to see change in him. The whole purpose of me helping him was to change help change his life, help get him moving out of stuck into something else. And when a motorcycle or a car or something gets stuck in the mud around here, one person can't get it out, it takes two people. Sometimes it takes a phone call to a friend and say, man, I need help, I'm at the airport, I need just a little bit more, and I'm getting the fuck out of here to change. And I wanted to help that person. Maybe I'm not healthy enough to have that discernment, that knowledge, that intuition to fine tune that discernment. But last night definitely was a motivational teaching experience on what's gonna happen next. People will not have money. They don't now. And when things start to become harder and harder, which they will, and they already have, and if you don't believe me, turn to a different fucking channel because you're a goddamn fucking idiot, mouth-breathing American dum-dum. Sorry, it's just how I relate to people that aren't cognitively thinking, that can't rationally think through a process of really what's happening. I mean, 9/11 is tumbling and there's people still in the basement working on their computers acting like fucking nothing is going on. 9/11's a whole different story. But discernment. So you might have that feeling like maybe I need to do something. But when someone comes to you and asks you for something, especially money, think about what they're doing and what you're doing. Number one, you're allowing them to not go through the process of the pain to be able to intelligently communicate with their body and themselves and then understand, okay, it's time to change. That's what the whole thing is about. The second type of person is going to be the snake, is going to be the weasel, the swindler, it's going to be the joker, it's going to be the snake in the grass, the person that calls you, that gives you the story that makes you believe you're helping someone when you aren't helping them at all. In fact, you fuck them up even more. Because then I called him an hour later to see how he's doing, and he's in a fucking restaurant, shit-faced wasted, probably spent all the fucking money I sent him. But guess what? It pissed me off for a while, but then when I finally sat down and I laid down in bed, it was like so relieving to know that I fucking recognized it. That it won't happen again. Just like fucking drinking, like, I'm never gonna drink again. This is fucking, like, my whole life is ahead of me. And what I mean by that is like, just learning these little things or going on these little walks. I mean, check that view out. I'm heading down to the ocean right now and then I hike back up and then run around and do my whole thing. But I love you guys, man. And I'm telling you, things are gonna get harder there, especially in the USA. They already are and fucking all over the world. They're gonna tell you that it's not, and you know it is. And people are gonna start asking for handouts like mad. And a bag of rice goes 1,000,000,000,000 times further than sending cash to somebody that use discernment. Love you guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. DMT today, out.